And so right out the gates, do we have any shockers? 20 seconds, and these teams obviously can still make some changes.
Tavik has been on brig duty lately. Atlanta Rhine mentioned to me that, yeah, they can play triple-triple. They much prefer to play DPS. So I think for the first time coming out on stage, maybe just let it loose a little bit. Give up a map stage if you have to, but let everybody play what they want to play. The cheer you hear is because at the far top left of your screen, DAFRAN is picking one hero we have not seen in the Overwatch League. He's on the TORB. It's hammer time.
This is it. It's happening. He's going to be looking for some nails to hammer down. Let's see if they can find him. DAFRAN, he's got a little grin going too. He knows what's up. He knows what's going on.
What makes DAFRAN a really good TORB, to be honest, is that his primary fire is so good. Yes, you have a turret, yes, you have all this, but that primary weapon has been very difficult to master, but puts out a ton of damage if you can actually connect with it.
Exactly right, and it's got the two functions. You want to come close, turns into a shotgun pretty much, and you're going to start melting tanks. So let's see if DAFRAN's going to find anything to kick things off. Masa's already found a kill on BQB, but Pokepo got traded immediately.
Masa took down 2 tanks by himself, and that is going to be the opening point. Captured for the Atlanta Raid after some cleanup. Tanks coming in late there too. An interesting strategy, probably caught Florida a little off guard, but you know, DAFRAN and TORB go hand in hand, and now we've seen 27 out of 29 heroes played in the Overwatch.
That's truly the beauty of where the game is right now going into this season. The fact that we're seeing all of these heroes pick the variety of strategies, that's what it's all about. Not the same thing. But DAFRAN, he's getting close to that molten core for this next fight.
Got to give Masa a lot of credit there too. And if you see great ult tracking, it's because Masa, he's on his ability to keep track of how charged the enemy is and what abilities they have up.
So valuable going into this one. It's all about ult economy. The Dragons are out though as the engage comes through for Florida Mayhem. Immediately melted. Both tanks getting run over. Chris bodily mauled. And that's a very quick, clean fight here for Atlanta Rain to kick things off. Team kill everybody out.
Daka was one of my favorite divas coming into this league who had not previously played in the Overwatch League. Very creative, will end up using a lot of abilities that you don't expect. A lot of diva players will fall into a similar style and they're predictable. Not Daka. He is a diva all his own.
Diva that's so key now in all of these rosters. That's what it's all about. Still pretty much the most picked hero, hands down.
Pretty high rate.
Well, let's get into it now because they are looking for a new angle here. Florida trying to go for the wrap.
Have to be careful. Molten Core's up. If they all group up, he can just drop all the lava on them.
Exactly right. Doesn't hesitate whatsoever. DAFRAN right now looking to do some damage. We did get a bomb going off. Swan is out of it. Trance thrown in here as well. And DAFRAN in the meantime will eliminate Zephyr. Still looking good here for Atlanta despite Florida's best efforts.
It's looking great here. The turret sometimes can just serve as a distraction because you have to deal with it. DAFRAN uses the ability to get in there. He's got Soundberry up on him, just looking for more targets, but he's out of people to eliminate.
This is so much fun. Bongos are down as well, but it is going to tick over here. Can Florida Mayhem make it back in time to tap the point?
Swan's in position.
We have Swan in position. He's got Primal as well. Body block. I like it, and they get the kill. Perfectly done. What a sick play from Taco.
Looking to lock it out. Desperation time as Florida will throw all abilities they have. No use trying to save them for the next round coming into it. They do have some stall potential here. As Swannaby can get back, will let Primal Rage buys enough time, but all the kills are going in favor of Atlanta right now. Tavik finally takes out DAFRAN, gives him his first death of the round.
First death, and it's looking like Florida at the very end will be able to flip it. They will bring this back their way. Had to throw a lot into this fight, however, but we're going to see some swaps. No hesitation. One kill on TORB, or one death rather, and DAFRAN is going to go ahead and swap over, and now we're going to go into one of the more tried and true strategies here for Atlanta Rain.
I mean, boo. I wanted to see more terror.
Yeah, seriously.
Zarya is so important in these compositions, one of the higher picked heroes as well. We'll see if DAFRAN can do it. We mentioned mechanically gifted, and it's mostly his signature hero was Soldier 76, which relies a lot on tracking, as does Zarya. It might be able to translate.
Self-destruct to initiate, straight into the back, easily dodged, however. Good work coming in here from Atlanta Rain. They decide to commit the Transcendence to this fight, though. Will get traded back by Tvik with the rally. Both support ults getting committed, and right now we're just hunting for a kill. Plenty of places to hide from that bomb, but Tvik still goes boom.
That is play. He has such creative self-destructs, usually just to get a smack back or create space. A bonus kill there later. Taco yet to be eliminated this round, has 17 eliminations, 9 final blows. What a diva play.
The assassin diva, and this is going to be taking down. We do still have a few of the Florida Mayhem in position here. Hammond into it, the hamster looking to go and flatten somebody, but it's not going to happen. And for now, they just need to keep tapping this point. They need to keep buying time. Florida Mayhem. Zephyr is here now on the point, but he's all by his lonesome. They're boosted up. He's not going to be around for long. And the overtime wick keeps burning down. But some good time bought here. And Florida Mayhem may be able to get back and just continue this fight one after another. They're just trickling in. Good focus fire coming in here from Atlanta Reign, and it is looking like they'll get a grip on things and take the advantage in this first match.
Hamster in the hole goes down, not the way to die. They need to start getting some kills. Not gonna happen. Atlanta Reign make a grand debut onto the Overwatch League stage.
There we go, man in question right there. Done. There was so much discussion around him coming into this league as well. What we could expect, is he gonna be able to handle it on the main stage? But it looks like, you know, it's one point on one map. You know, we can't get ahead of ourselves, but DAFRAN is looking pretty good right now.
Even amongst some of the players in the Overwatch League, some of the veterans from last year, everyone was most excited to see how DAFRAN was going to play. He's a legend before he even hits the stage. And then the TORB, come on. Everyone loves a good TORB.
It's sick. He got, what was it before he had to swap? I think six final blows with it, so definitely did some work with the TORB. Swapping it around now to the Lighthouse. Quite the view.
All right, looks like Atlanta, if they leave with this, are going to run something a little bit unorthodox there. They are going to run a Pharah and Mercy, commonly referred to as a pharmacy combo, but they're dealing pain, not healing it.
And DAFRAN is going for the Sombra, so we'll get to see the hacks coming through here. Already infiltrating his way into the back line. The Hamster gets silenced immediately, getting melted as well. Great focus fire coming through, and DAFRAN gets the job done on his own. There to kick off the fight for Atlanta Reign. Florida Mayhem now down a man, have to play patient. And, well, they're going to have some time to play patiently as well.
Be as patient as humanly possible. These compositions are really interesting because it's somewhat just disruption compositions. Your Sombra's going to disrupt the other team. The Hammond's going to disrupt the other team. Sombra versus Hammond. She's a nice counter because he uses abilities to get away. If you hack him, he can't use any of his abilities.
Exactly.
He just stands there wanting to get into his ball, but ends up just getting murdered. So very similar comps.
Just get in, you know, if the door's locked, that's it. How's he going to pry that open? It's not happening.
All right, I'll
just run with it.
Yeah, I'll buy it. So some sort of cartoon hamster.
Exactly. You ever seen them in the plastic balls? Whatever. So they can't get it. You know, you have to put the hamster in. All right, so it was DAFRAN really finding that choice target right off the bat. Yeah. So DAFRAN, I'm glad to see that he's just hit the ground running here going into it with all of the considerations, the questions going into this match to start. But so far, great work from him. Yeah, he did get the 5 final blows on TORB as well.
It's going to disappoint.
Dude, he's just doing work.
It's going to disappoint people at home that he does not have any hammer kills. The ultimate humiliation in Overwatch is to kill someone with your hammer as TORB. You got put on a list, I heard, if you die to a hammer against a TORB. But that one death came very late. Then he just swapped off of it, got a lot of work done. And I actually like TORB on some maps because the turret, it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's got nearly infinite range, so it's always kind of poking away, building up your ult, and then you got to go deal with it. It's a distraction while DAFRAN's on the other side coming around with his, rivet gun.
Exactly. It's just if you can master the rivet gun, you pointed it out, but that's the big thing. It deals so much damage, but it's really difficult to hit that projectile. So.
It's one of the trickiest weapons to use in the game. It's got a strange fall off, a strange arc. It doesn't necessarily feel like anything else, but hitting those long range ones on a headshot, you can just eliminate people. We're back into it.
Yeah, we're back into it. It's looking like we have the Pharah going on for Florida as well on the other side of things with Tavik going for it, but it will be Atlanta picking up control first on the map. So a little bit of a hiccup there. We got through it. And now Florida have to center themselves here to get the job done and keep their hopes alive on this first map. They're trailing by 1. And it's a best of 3 on this map. So let's see. Atlanta Reign right now just perfectly content to sit and wait.
Florida got off of their own Pharah, which was one of their best options against the opposing Pharah. So right now, Ursa's going to be largely uncontested. So they might want to have to play indoors under a roof where justice can't reign from above.
Bit of a frustrating position right now for Florida. We already have the EMP online now for DAFRAN. So he's going to move his way back to the point, and if Florida commit, they're all going to get silenced. So it's a touchy spot. Mercy there to keep the Ana alive for the Reign. And so far, it's just the tit for tat, back and forth. EMP thrown in. Good dodge coming in from Florida, but they still get a kill. And without the hamster, they're not going to be able to push this fight, Florida.
It was just about a solo EMP from DAFRAN, but he saw the target right away, and that's a guaranteed kill onto a Hammond.
Exactly, we've seen it before. But Sombra already with BQB. See if he's going to be able to find an angle to work with. Working on that EMP of his own. Erster, he's got the barrage. There's the target. Perfectly done. Gets the 1 and even gets out alive. What a play!
That was beautiful reaction time. He gets the first kill, then the D.Va comes in to try to block it off.
Yep.
You'll take your own damage from Rocket, so if he keeps aiming at that D.Va there, he's dead by his own hand. Turns away, gets great healing from his support, stays alive, and now one fight away from taking their first map.
Looking fantastic so far, the raid. DAFRAN gets caught out, however. But on Sombra, you can sprint your way back into the fight pretty quickly, so it shouldn't be the end of the world. We still have Mercy Wings online here, as well as a self-destruct, and yep, Masa not wasting any time at all.
Preemptive pop.
Preemptive, that's the word, yeah. Preemptive Valk is popped.
He's tracking ultimates and he knows that the EMP is going to come online, so he wants to use it before he loses it. BQB, well regarded for his Sombra play as well, but he goes down after EMP. It looks like Atlanta has the numbers to bring it back.
Yeah, that's Vic doing the best he can here, but there isn't a whole lot that he can hope to do. Just trying to buy time and keep them active on this point. Soldier in play here on Hagafun, just trying to sprint his way back into this fight as quickly as possible. But again, Atlanta doing a great job of just focusing Florida down immediately as soon as they show themselves, and Atlanta will take the lead in this series. First map goes to them.
I think it's everything you hoped for if you were an Atlanta Reign fan. You wanted to see DAFRAN play, you wanted to see him on the TORBJORN. We'll see what they have in map number 2 after the break.